Hi. Today we are going to discuss the second part of the ratio analysis. In the previous section, we have discussed about liquidity ratios and solvency ratios. We have two more ratio headings also there. The third heading is known as activity ratios. Activity ratios are otherwise known as turnover ratios or the performance ratios. Turnover or the activity ratio means the speed with which assets are converted into sales. It will monitor the speed of the organization. Or in other words, we can see how an organization is using its available resources. Resources means what? The assets of the organization. These ratios are called on the basis of the cost of revenue from operations. Most of these ratios under this heading are calculated on the basis of the revenue from operation or cost of goods sold or revenue from operation. Cost of revenue from operation, cost of goods sold or revenue from operation. That means net sales. Here the effectiveness, how an organization is using its resources. Simply we can say these ratios are mainly used for measure the performance of an organization. The important ratio is inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio is otherwise known as stock turnover ratio. Through this inventory turnover ratio, what we are doing, how many times in a year stock is turning. If the stock turnover ratio is more, that means that organization's sales is increasing. So we can say that stock turnover ratio is one of the most important performance ratio which indicate the speed with which stock is converting into sales. So the ratio will be cost of revenue from operation, or otherwise we can call as cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. Always cost of goods sold inventory is included there. From that inventory, how many times the stock is turning. Therefore, the ratio is coming cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory. Or otherwise, we can say cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. Cost of revenue operation, how we can find out? Sales minus gross profit. Or otherwise, opening stock plus purchase plus direct expense minus closing stock. Also we can find out cost of revenue from operation. Cost of revenue from operation means cost of goods sold. Average inventory means opening stock or opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2. Number 2, trade receivable turnover ratio. Another important ratio is trade receivable turnover ratio. Trade receivable means accounts receivable. Receivable turnover ratio indicates an organization how much time will take to recover its credit sales. That means the receivables. In a year, how many times they are recovering their receivables. So this is another important ratio because receivable is the most important part of the organization. If they are timely not collecting their receivables, it will affect the cash flow of the organization. So receivable is the most important section of the organization and most important income of the organization. An organization sometimes compelled to sell their goods on credit basis also. Whenever the goods are sold on credit basis, it will be, there is a risk is there because we have to collect that amount in timely. Otherwise, it will affect our cash flow. So, receivable turnover ratio or trade receivable turnover ratio always related to credit sales. That is known as credit revenue from operation divided by average trade receivable. Average trade receivable includes accounts receivable plus sundry debtors. Accounts receivable or bills receivable plus sundry debtors. That is why opening plus closing receivable divided by 2. Opening debtors plus closing debtors divided by 2. That is known as average. So credit sales or credit revenue from operation divided by average trade receivables. Sometimes we can calculate more clarity how many days will take or how many months will take to collect our debt. That means we can measure in terms of month or in terms of days for the debt collection period. Here the ratio will be 365 divided by receivable turnover ratio. You will get a day's answer. 365, instead of 365, put 12 divided by accounts receivable turnover ratio. You will get easily the number of days to be taken for collecting your debt. So accounts receivable turnover ratio, debt collection period. If you want, you can calculate it in days or months based on the question. Same model we can pay trade payable turnover ratio. Trade payable means an organization how much time will take to pay off its liabilities or its obligations, because we are purchased goods from different suppliers. All these suppliers we have to pay according to the duration or according to the prescribed period as per the agreement. So in a yearly, an organization how many times paying its liabilities or its creditors, that we are measuring through accounts payable turnover ratio, that is known as the trade payable turnover ratio. Trade payable is related to credit purchases. So credit purchase divided by average accounts payable. Average accounts payable means sundry creditors plus bills payable divided by, take the average opening plus closing divided by 2. You will get a trade payable turnover ratio. In this ratio, if you want, we can calculate it in days or month, same as before in the trade receivable ratio. 365 divided by accounts payable turnover ratio or AP ratio, you will get a number of days. 12 divided by that ratio, you will get a month. How many months? 2 months or 3 months we are paying, or 3 times or 4 times we are paying. We will get a clear picture about payable and receivable ratio based on this information. Another important ratio is working capital turnover ratio. What is the exact meaning of the working capital? Working capital means current asset minus current liabilities. That is known as working capital. Take the total current asset minus the current liabilities. The difference amount is known as the working capital of the company. Working capital represents the daily maintenance cost of the organization. After paying the liabilities, means the current liabilities, we have to meet our daily routine expense of the organization. That expenses is known as the working capital. So an organization should keep required amount for working capital in order to meet their daily activities. So an organization's working capital is how much amount? How we will find out? This is also from revenue from operation divided by working capital. Revenue from operation means what? Sales. From the sales, how much amount you are taken for working capital measurement or for the working capital payment. So the ratio is revenue from operation divided by working capital. Under this heading, activity ratios, turnover ratios, efficiency ratios, 4 ratios are there: inventory moving, receivable times, payable, and working capital turnover ratio. All these ratios are known as turnover ratios. Most of these ratios calculation is based on sales or the cost of sales or the cost of goods sold. So the calculation will be mostly based on which one? Cost of revenue from operation or cost of goods sold or revenue from operation. 3 will be the base for the calculation of all these ratios. Next, fourth category is profitability ratios. Profitability ratio also measuring the efficiency. Efficiency of a business organization is always measured by profitability. That means, what is the profitability of an organization? Profitability is what is the situation of the organization. That one we can measure through these profitability ratios. So an organization will check and will compute or calculate the profitability ratios. They can easily find out what will be the profitability situation of an organization in different point of view. The first important ratio is gross profit ratio. What is the organization's gross profit? What is the percentage of gross profit based on sales? That information you are finding out through the gross profit or the GP ratio. Gross profit ratio is equal to gross profit divided by sales into 100. Gross profit divided by sales into 100. Gross profit we can calculate in different ways. Sales minus cost of goods sold, that is known as GP. Sales minus cost of goods sold is equal to GP. So GP is equal to gross profit. Cost of goods sold plus profit is equal to sales. Different formulas we can apply here. Gross profit ratio is equal to gross profit divided by sales into 100. Gross profit is equal to sales minus cost of goods sold. So how much part of the sales is GP? Through this ratio we can calculate. Number 2, operating ratio. An organization's operating sales, 100 is the sales. Operating cost is 70. That means from the comparing to the sales, 70% will be the operating ratio. So operating ratio, you need to calculate what is the complete operating cost. What are the operating cost? Cost of revenue from operation, that is known as cost of goods sold, plus operating expenses in the profit and loss account debit side items. What are the rent, salary, insurance, operating items? Then divided by revenue from operation, sales. In simply we can say the operating cost divided by sales into 100. But operating cost means what? Trading cost will be the cost of goods sold. Profit and loss account, other operating expense also there. Both these two expenditure should be added. Then you will get a total cost of revenue from operation plus operating cost, operating expense we can call as operating cost. That is why this formula, operating cost divided by revenue from operation. From the sales, how much amount is spent for operating the business, that information you are getting through the operating ratio. Third one, operating profits. You go to the sales, you go to the operating cost, then the remaining amount is known as the profitability. Sales minus operating cost is known as the profitability. So operating profit divided by revenue from operation into 100. From the sales, how much is the profitability? For example, 100 is the sales, 70 is the operating cost, therefore 30 is the profitability. So this 30 divided by 100, then multiplied by 100 for getting the percentage. That means 30% is the operating profit ratio. Operating profit is equal to gross profit from the trading account you are getting. Then you have some income in the P&L account, that is operating incomes minus other operating expense. You will reach what? Operating profit. Profit is equal to gross profit plus income minus other expense. You will reach what? Operating profit divided by revenue from operation. And the fourth ratio is net profit ratio. This net profit ratio reflects the profitability of the organization. While comparing to the sales, how much portion is treated as net profit of the organization? 80 or 70 or 30 or 20% is the net profit ratio. That means after operating cost, 20% will be the profitability of an organization. So net profit after the payment of tax, net profit after the payment of tax, after paid the tax, divided by revenue from operation into 100, you will get a net profit ratio. Net profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed, another very good ratio, return on investment. Most of the organizations are calculating ROI, return on investment. Return on investment is calculated on the basis of net profit, the profitability before the payment of interest, before the payment of tax, that is known as earning before interest and tax, EBIT, divided by capital employed. What is the meaning of the capital employed? Capital employed means total capital invested by the owner in a business. Capital employed we can calculate it in the liability point of view and asset side of the balance sheet also. In the liability side of the point of view, capital employed is equal to shareholders fund, that means share capital plus reserves and surplus, plus non-current liabilities, not current liabilities, non-current liabilities. This is your investment. If it is from the asset point of view, fixed asset plus non-current trade investment plus working capital. Working capital means what? Current asset, you paid current liabilities, the remaining amount also your investment. So 2 point of view, we can find out the capital employed from the liability side of the balance sheet and from the asset side of the balance sheet. From the liability side of the balance sheet, shareholders fund plus non-current liabilities only. From the asset side of the balance sheet, fixed asset plus non-current trade investment plus working capital means current asset minus current liabilities. So, the profitability ratios are very helpful for an organization to measuring the profitability of an organization in different point of times. The important profitability ratios are growth GP ratio, operating ratio, operating profit ratio, net profit ratio, ROI, return on investment ratio. These are the important ratios normally applied by all the organizations to find out organizational strength, weakness, profitability, sales, all the informations we are getting through this ratio analysis only. Anyway, we are preparing the ratio analysis also. There is some important limitations also there. This is just only a window dress. All the informations are calculated on the basis of trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. All are historical informations. So, some assets value will be more or less, some liability will be undervaluation or overvaluation. All these values are affected the calculation of the ratios. So, we cannot say 100% we cannot relay the ratio analysis because it will be always depends upon the trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. It is based on the figures. The figures given in the balance sheet are not accurate. It's just only immediately it will change from time to time. The balance sheet is we know that some most important assets are not considering the balance sheet also. Human resource is the most important asset. That asset is not there. In short, we can say 100% we cannot relay the ratio analysis. Anyway, it will be very helpful for an organization for analyzing its profitability, its turnover, its short-term solvency position, long-term solvency position of an organization. In the last, we can say that ratio analysis is helpful for an organization to measure short period, longer period, profitability and turnover basis. How an organization is, that one we can find out through these ratios. Thank you.